Have you ever noticed how some of the deepest truths in life are the ones we discover only after years of struggle, as if they were buried under the noise of haste, performance, and distraction? There are lessons life never teaches early because you wouldn't understand them. They only reveal themselves through experience, through loss, through nights where sleep felt like a stranger. And yet, these lessons shape who we are. Not by accident, not by convenience, but by relentless insistence. This list you're about to hear is not a checklist of platitudes. It's a map of the inner terrain we all must traverse if we want to live meaningfully, not just exist. And it begins with something deceptively simple and often ignored. 1. You don't need all the answers, but you need to ask better questions. For most of life, we chase answers. We want clarity, definition, destination. We want the road sign that tells us where we're going. But life doesn't hand out answers before it sharpens your capacity to understand them. What life does give you are questions, heavy, persistent, unavoidable. The right question isn't what do I do next? It's who am I becoming? Because your identity determines your direction. The minute you start asking who you want to be, not what you want to do, your path begins to form under your feet. And here's the key. A life governed by questions you haven't yet earned will always feel restless, incomplete, and futile. So let me ask you now, not to answer out loud, but to feel inside. When was the last time you asked a question that changed you? 2. The less you say, the more your words will matter. In a world addicted to noise, silence is sacred. People confuse busyness with presence, thinking that sound is proof of life. But real strength whispers. Real depth speaks when it's necessary. When your words are rare, they carry weight. When your silence is thoughtful, it becomes a statement. The problem isn't that people don't listen. It's that most people never say anything worth listening to. Have you ever noticed that the moments you regret most are the words you didn't say, or the words you shouldn't have said at all? Silence, in its pure form, is not emptiness. It's discipline. It's self-control. It's the ability to hold your fire until the moment that truly matters. So here's a question meant for reflection, not reaction. What have you said recently that diluted your power? And what have you left unsaid that could have saved you trouble? 3. Comfort zones are invisible prisons. This is one lesson that only reveals itself after you realize you've been stuck. Not by circumstance, but by choice. The comfort zone feels safe. It feels predictable. It feels easy. But ease is a mirage. A familiar routine that doesn't stretch you, doesn't support growth. It suppresses it. You weren't born to repeat the same patterns forever. You were born to evolve, to risk, to venture into the unknown and discover parts of yourself that only emerge under pressure. Ask yourself this: what part of your life feels safe and secretly suffocating? Because sometimes the most dangerous place isn't chaos, it's complacency. 4. Regret is heavier than failure. Failure is visible, acknowledged, and often temporary. But regret stays hidden deeper than any scar. Regret isn't the pain of failing, it's the pain of not trying at all. It's the ache of what if long after the moment has passed. Regret doesn't teach you gently. It hammers you with absence. Absence of action, absence of courage, absence of faith in yourself. And here's the paradox. Life would rather you try and fail than never try at all. Because even failure becomes wisdom, while regret becomes a prison that robs your future. So let me ask you personally, intimately, is your life shaped more by what you've tried and lost, or what you never dared to attempt? At some point, usually after a few disappointments that cut deeper than expected, you realize something unsettling. Not everyone who walks into your life is meant to stay. Some arrive like storms, others like seasons, and a few like mirrors you never asked to look into. This realization hurts, but it also frees you. 5. People come into your life with a purpose and an expiration date. We grow up believing that meaningful connections are meant to last forever. But life doesn't work that way. Some people are bridges, not destinations. They appear to teach you something about love, boundaries, courage, or pain, and then they leave. Not because you failed, but because the lesson was complete. Holding on to everyone is not loyalty. Sometimes it's fear disguised as attachment. Think carefully about this. Who in your life is no longer aligned with who you're becoming, but you keep around out of habit, guilt, or memory? Because every relationship that overstays its purpose quietly delays your growth. 6. Never underestimate what happens when you try something new. The first time you step into unfamiliar territory, it feels uncomfortable, awkward. You feel exposed, incompetent, even foolish. But that discomfort is not a warning sign. It's proof you're expanding. Every skill you admire in others once lived on the other side of fear. The tragedy isn't failing at something new. The tragedy is refusing to try and calling it being realistic. Life doesn't reward those who wait until they feel ready. Readiness is built after action, not before it. Courage isn't loud confidence, it's quiet movement despite doubt. So ask yourself honestly, what have you been postponing because you're afraid of looking inexperienced? And how long are you willing to delay your growth just to protect your ego? 7. You will only understand the value of a moment when it becomes a memory. This is one of the cruelest and most beautiful truths of being human. While you're living it, you rarely notice it. The ordinary days, the familiar faces, the routines you complain about. Then one day, something changes. A person leaves, a season ends. Your body slows down, and suddenly you would give anything to relive a moment you once rushed through. Life doesn't announce its most precious moments, it whispers them. And if you're always chasing the next thing, you'll miss the miracle of the now. So pause here for a second and reflect. If this exact chapter of your life became a memory tomorrow, what would you regret not appreciating today? 8. Gratitude doesn't erase what's missing, it clarifies what matters. Gratitude is often misunderstood. It's not pretending everything is fine. It's not denying pain, loss, or lack. Gratitude is a shift in perspective from obsession with absence to awareness of presence. The moment you start noticing what is already sustaining you, your inner world stabilizes. And from stability comes clarity. From clarity comes better decisions. People who never learn gratitude spend their lives chasing more, never feeling enough. Not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack perspective. So here's a question worth sitting with. What would change in your life if you stopped measuring it by what you don't have and started honoring what has carried you this far? These lessons don't arrive gently. They arrive through experience, through mistakes, through silence, through loss. And the ones who ignore them are often condemned to repeat the same cycles, just with different faces, different places, different excuses. But you're still here, which means you can still learn. And that brings us to the truths most people only face when it's almost too late. There's a war most people don't notice, and it's happening inside their own mouths. 9. If you don't have control over your mouth, you don't have control over your future. Words build, words destroy. And for most, words are spilled casually, like water from a cracked cup, leaking doubt, anger, bitterness, pride. The undisciplined tongue ruins reputations, burns bridges, and builds prisons no one else can see. You are always speaking your future into existence. Through complaints, through affirmations, through silence, through truth. What you say and how you say it reveals whether you're guiding your life or reacting to it. So pause and ask yourself, are your words aligned with the life you claim to want, or do they betray your own vision without you realizing? Control your mouth, and you begin to control your momentum. 10. Life is a mirror. It reflects not what you want, but what you are. Most people think life happens to them, but life often happens through them. Your thoughts, your energy, your emotional state, they echo outward and attract situations that match your inner world. Bitterness attracts bitterness. Chaos invites chaos. Peace draws clarity. Life doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your frequency. This isn't magic. It's responsibility. Because once you understand this, you can no longer blame the world for your reflection. So ask yourself quietly, what have you been attracting? Not because it's your fate, but because it mirrors what you haven't healed. You don't change your life by begging for better conditions. You change your life by becoming someone those conditions respond to. 11. The only person you face every morning is yourself, not your partner, not your boss, not the people you're trying to impress you. When the noise settles, when no one's watching, when it's just you in the mirror, That's the real confrontation. You can lie to the world, but not to the part of you that watches everything you do and remembers every time you gave up on yourself. And here's the brutal truth. There's no peace in pretending, no power in performing. You either build a life that earns your own respect, or you live with the ache of avoidance. So ask yourself today, if the younger version of you could see who you are right now, would they feel proud or disappointed? This isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. It's about waking up and choosing, again and again, to live like someone who knows their life has weight, meaning, consequence. The mirror doesn't lie. It just reflects what you're too afraid to admit. And yet, that reflection, no matter how flawed, is the beginning of change. 12. If you treat your time like it's infinite, you'll waste the only life you've got. We live as if time owes us something. Like we can always start next week, try again next year, fix things when life slows down. But the truth, life doesn't slow down, it speeds up. People disappear, doors close. Your own body begins to whisper warnings you used to ignore. Time is a currency you can't earn more of. And the biggest tragedy isn't death, it's arriving at the end with regret. So here's the hard question. Where have you been reckless with your time? As if you had forever to get it right. You don't. If it matters, do it now. If it's breaking you, leave it now. If it's calling you, answer now. One day, and you won't know when, tomorrow won't come. 13. People won't always tell you what they feel, but they will always show you. Words lie. People say, I'm fine while they're drowning. Say, I love you while hiding disloyalty. Say, I support you while secretly hoping you fail. But energy doesn't lie. Patterns don't lie. Consistency, or the lack of it, reveals everything. Learn to listen with more than your ears. Pay attention to what they choose when no one's watching. To how you feel after you leave a conversation. Because here's the reality. People are always showing you who they are. The question is, are you willing to believe them? Stop rewriting their actions with your hopes. Your peace depends on your ability to observe and accept. 14. Nobody is coming to save you, but that doesn't mean you're alone. This is a hard one. We grow up hoping someone will rescue us. The perfect partner, the right mentor, some miracle moment where life finally makes sense. But no one can live your life for you. No one can fight your battles. No one can walk through your pain and come out healed on your behalf. The truth is brutal and liberating. You're not waiting to be saved, you're being called to rise. But listen closely. Even though no one can save you, you are not alone. There are people who will walk beside you, not fix you, not carry you, but walk with you as you become the version of yourself that no longer waits, but acts. So ask yourself, what would change if you stopped waiting and started becoming? 15. You don't get a second chance at this version of your life, so live it wide awake. You only get to be this version of yourself once. This age, this body, these people around you, these dreams, these doubts, this chapter. It's terrifying, isn't it? To realize that no matter how many years you have left, you'll never again be exactly who you are right now. That's the danger of sleepwalking through life. Of scrolling more than feeling. Of numbing more than healing. Of surviving more than living. The clock is ticking, not to scare you, but to wake you. So the question is, what would you do differently if you truly believed that this right here, right now, is the only chance you get to be this version of you? Because once this version passes, it's gone. You'll never get these moments back. We wait too long to forgive, to start, to speak, to feel, to heal. And by the time we realize the truth, time has already taken what we wasted. So let this be your reminder. Not everything can be fixed, but everything can be faced. And the moment you stop running from your life, you start creating it. There is no perfect moment to begin. No permission slip coming in the mail. No louder voice than the quiet one inside you that's already whispering, wake up, you're still here. And that means something. So pause, really pause, and ask yourself now, which of these lessons have I been ignoring? And what would it mean to live like I actually learned them? The answers won't come all at once. But the shift starts the moment you stop pretending you have time. Because you don't. And that's exactly why it's time to start.